Remember when MrBeast said no one was injured during Beast Games? Well, someone just proved that was a lie. Medical records, police reports, and exclusive footage just leaked showing what really happened behind the scenes. And guys, this might be the biggest cover-up in YouTube history. Let me catch you up really quick. Earlier this year, MrBeast announced Beast Games, literally his biggest and most expensive project ever. He promised this massive Hollywood-level production that would completely change the game for YouTube content. We're talking about production values that could rival major network shows. For context, MrBeast has done huge competitions before. Remember the Squid Game recreation that got over 500 million views? But Beast Games was supposed to be different. This wasn't just a YouTube video. This was meant to be his big breakthrough into mainstream entertainment. But things started going seriously wrong during the Vegas filming. And I mean seriously wrong. Here's what's important to note. The Vegas filming wasn't even for the Prime show. This was just supposed to be a teaser episode for YouTube to promote the actual series. They brought in 2,000 contestants to narrow it down to the final 1,000 for the Prime show. In September, 5 contestants came forward with some serious allegations. We're talking about harassment, wage violations, and claims about chronic mistreatment. The lawsuit details are shocking. Contestants reported having limited access to food, water, and medical assistance. Some people even said their medications were confiscated. Like, imagine being in the Vegas heat without proper hydration or your necessary medications. MrBeast tried to address these issues on social media, blaming things on external factors like a global IT outage by CrowdStrike. He posted this long thread explaining how his team reached out to thousands of contestants and couldn't find a single person with injuries. He even challenged people to come forward if they had proof. Well, Jimmy, someone just did. Rolling Stone just dropped this bombshell article titled "Beast Games is the biggest competition show ever. Crew claims behind the scenes was chaos." And trust me, chaos doesn't even begin to cover what they uncovered. The investigation is seriously detailed, guys. They interviewed over 20 people involved with the production, contestants, crew members, even former staff. But the most shocking testimony comes from Amanda Rose, a contestant who sustained a traumatic brain injury during one of the games. Remember when Jimmy tweeted, "We've contacted nearly every contestant and found 0 injuries"? Well, Amanda's medical records and incident reports tell a completely different story. When she got back to California, she immediately filed reports with local authorities. But here's where things get really strange. When she tried to report it to the Las Vegas Police Department, they wouldn't even file the report. A Rolling Stone article also revealed something really interesting about MrBeast's response to all this. According to their sources, when contestants first started complaining about conditions, the production team's initial reaction wasn't to help, it was to remind everyone about their NDAs. Like, that's their first concern? Did you catch that? She was literally running for her life in this competition. But wait, there's more. The way she describes the incident is terrifying. She was behind some tall contestants during a challenge when another player decided to cut across her path. The impact was so severe that she ended up on the ground, terrified of being trampled. But here's the really concerning part. She immediately told Carl Jacobs to check the tapes. She thought maybe she had touched the briefcase first before getting knocked down. Carl said he would check, but never came back with an answer. Think about this logically. If they checked those tapes to see if she touched the briefcase, they would have seen her getting kicked in the head. Amanda's story has been corroborated by 3 other contestants who were nearby when it happened. One of them, who asked to remain anonymous because of the NDA, told Rolling Stone that they heard her crying out in pain and saw medical staff initially dismiss her concerns. Now, when filming moved to Toronto, things were supposed to get better. And on the surface, it looked like they did. 6 contestants told Rolling Stone they had improved conditions, better food, comfortable lodging, the whole deal. They even built this mini village in downtown Toronto with cabins, basketball courts, and a massive tower. But guys, this is where the story takes a really dark turn. The crew members are telling a completely different story, and it's absolutely wild. 7 people who worked on the show came forward to Rolling Stone, and what they revealed is seriously concerning. During a record-breaking rainstorm, production assistants were literally working with electrical equipment underwater. Like, actually underwater. There's even footage from Colin and Samir's behind-the-scenes video showing the storm leaking inside the set. One production assistant said they were told to keep working despite piles of electrical equipment literally submerged in water. That's not just unprofessional. That's dangerous. But wait, it gets worse. During a 90-degree heat wave, they turned off the air conditioning and fans in the warehouse because it would interfere with filming. 2 crew members confirmed this. Then there's the incident where a 60 by 60 foot piece of the tower's exterior fell onto a crew member. They had to rush them to the hospital. Let's talk about the games themselves, because this is absolutely insane. There was this challenge called Sacrifice Row where contestants could eliminate themselves to save their row. But some contestants saw the rules hours before others did on the monitors. The whole thing was supposed to last 10 minutes, but ended in just 12 seconds. Here's where things get really suspicious, guys. The production team's attempt to keep everyone quiet is like something out of a movie. First, there's these intense NDAs. We're talking about $500,000 penalties for speaking out before the show finished airing. After that, still $100,000 per breach. But the cover-up goes even deeper. According to Rolling Stone, they created this whole system to manage eliminated contestants. They literally made a Discord server called Beast, links for these eliminated players. And get this, they started offering them priority consideration for future MrBeast content if they agreed not to share any information or join any lawsuits. Mike Screw, the CEO of MrBeast's studio, even got caught up in this. He commented in their chat saying, "Sorry for the confusion, guys. Literally casting asked me how to get people's heights and sizes and pictures and stuff without having to dig through the Mystic spreadsheets." They were literally trying to buy people's silence with future opportunities. The NDAs themselves are seriously intense. According to the documents Rolling Stone reviewed, contestants had to agree that their portrayal in the program might be disparaging, defamatory, embarrassing, or of an otherwise unfavorable nature. They basically had to sign away their right to complain about anything that happened to them. I want to know what you guys think about all of this. Have you been watching Beast Games on Prime? Do you believe Amanda's story? And what do you think about these NDAs trying to keep everyone quiet? Also, do you think this will affect how future creator-led productions handle their competitions? Because this could seriously change everything about how these massive YouTube events are run. This whole situation is sending shockwaves through the creator community. Other big YouTubers are starting to speak out. Ludwig called it a wake-up call for creator-led productions. Even KSI commented on stream about how this could change everything for large-scale YouTube events. The show might be sitting at the top of Prime's charts right now, but at what cost? We have contestants with serious injuries, crew members working in dangerous conditions, and this massive effort to keep everyone quiet. It really makes you wonder how many more stories like Amanda's are out there, just waiting to be told. The fact that there was drama even in Toronto, where things were supposed to be better, just shows how deep these problems really go. And the most shocking part, this is all happening under MrBeast's watch, someone who built his entire brand on helping people and doing good. You guys, we need to talk about MrBeast's new Amazon show, because what's happening behind the scenes is absolutely wild. While everyone's praising this massive production and Jimmy's big move to mainstream entertainment, there's some seriously concerning details that nobody's talking about. First off, let's address the elephant in the room. This show literally had contestants signing NDAs with $500,000 penalties. Like, what are they so scared of people revealing? The fact that they're threatening people with massive fines just to keep quiet is seriously suspicious. And get this, even after the show ends, they're still hitting people with $100,000 penalties for speaking out. That's insane. The actual competition is where things get really interesting. The editing is trying so hard to make everything look perfect, but we've seen the leaked footage of what really went down. Contestants were allegedly dealing with crazy conditions, medical emergencies were supposedly being ignored, and there's even claims about injuries being covered up. One contestant literally came forward with proof of a traumatic brain injury that production allegedly tried to sweep under the rug. And let's talk about the filming.